What would you say were the challenges you encountered while growing up as a young boy?
I do not have this relationship with my father, which is one of the things that I faced growing up. Because there were a lot of things I would have loved my father to teach me, but I was scared of how he's going to perceive me as a boy. The first time I ever smoked in my entire life was paper. You know what paper? You roll paper and smoke. I didn't smoke it because I intentionally wanted to smoke, but because growing up, I saw a lot of people doing it and I thought it was a flex.
From my vantage point, there's this unspoken need for a boy to show up as though he's in charge in the midst of his friends. He needs to show up as someone that is reliable, someone that is strong, someone that can be respected in the midst of his. There's this respect and power struggle mentally in the adolescent age. That power struggle or that need to impress is often mistaken for being violent or stubborn or breaking rules in the most ridiculous way. So I think that is where the peer pressure comes from.
Do you think the media is representing the boy child like it should?
If you're watching Nigerian musical films, what they portray somehow is violence. The way they dress also, and the way they flaunt wealth. Part of the TikTok we watch in Nigeria are not seen in China because they devote their time in craft and skills. That is why if you go to China, you will see a lot of young people doing marvelous things.
Be very careful of the kind of information that you're exposing yourself to online. Now, there are some information or there are some forms of content that feels like fun, but is slowly damaging your ability to imagine a better world. It sounds like jokes. It sounds like fun. It sounds like cruise. Some of it are memes. But the more you expose yourself to those things, the more you start to notice that those things are coming out in your language without you knowing it.
What are you seeing in the communities, and how do you think we can support our boys all the more so they can feel more connected, more supported, and even healthier?
Cultures are built on stories. So if you want to change a culture, change the stories you're telling to that particular generation. Because if people are not mentally okay, your ability to be financially productive drops. So why? Because when you look at it, drug abuse becomes a constant thing. Somebody who is constantly on drugs cannot sit down to build companies, for instance. So we need to change the story.